this morning.
Oh, you are?
We came down here, me and Gary, and took some pictures and video.
Oh, good deal.
We figured it would be better to be here before everybody else was here.
Yeah, I hear you there. So you're looking through the meter right now. What are your initial impressions of this versus your current Leaf?
A lot more detail.
A lot more detail, yeah.
Which is definitely good. Is that speedometer a true analog, or is it digital?
This is a true analog speedometer. So it's no longer that digital that's currently in the...
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Can you see the speed anyplace else digitally? Like on one of the displays? Or, or you're just stuck with the analog for now?
That's actually a great question. So
where's the battery temperature gauge?
It's somewhere in there.
Because look at the
I saw a picture of it online. I don't see it here.
And look at the fuel gauge on the bottom is just showing you like half full. It doesn't show you bars anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like on your phone.
It's basically a AA battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a range of 146 miles right now.
Right.
Yep. And it says it's 100%.
All right.
I guess the 15 miles is what? Is that the complete odometer reading?
Yeah, that's the odometer reading of this vehicle.
So you don't have you must have a trip A, trip B, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. So my impression it's over on that side.
Oh well, let me see. I don't know.
No. Okay. So just to give you guys a quick background, so I'm the ProPilot Assist and safety feature, I guess,
specialist.
So a lot of these questions that you guys have would be perfect for some of my colleagues that will walk you through every bit of the screen.
And that'll happen as soon as we get done with this, because that's part of like the lunch thing, right?
Exactly. So yeah, they'll give you a complete walkthrough of everything that you guys have question-wise specific to the functionality of Leaf. Now, I'm kind of here to guide you through the drive route and give you kind of a background and more so an understanding of the ProPilot Assist system.
Okay.
So as we get out on the highway, I can definitely show you everything, answer any questions you guys have about it, and then any of the other safety technologies in the vehicle, I'll be able to assist you from there as well.
Great.
Sounds good.
With that being said, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Which way do we go?
All right, we're gonna follow that Leaf ahead of you there.
David, are you going to try some drive and B mode eventually? I would like to see if there's any difference.
Do some donuts. You know, there's more power. We got to prove it, right? So we're going left here, I take it?
Yep. So we're gonna take a left here.
And I noticed. So is this a double shift to B mode? All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So E pedal is off. How do we turn it on?
So the E pedal is located right here. So you just push and
like
hold.
that?
Yeah. So you can see the indicator in the screen comes on or off.
Ah, gotcha.
You guys doing okay temperature-wise back there?
Yeah, we're fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, I noticed the earlier cars that were pulling out. You're not hearing that low-speed vehicle or pedestrian warning sound anymore. Is that just off for the demo cars, or is it going to be off permanently?
Totally killed.
No, that's a great question that I'll have to push over to our...
Well, I think there was talk about it not coming on at a super low speed, so it's possible that they were pulling out and the speed was too low, but at the same time, in my car that I have now, it comes on like...
Instantly.
Instantly?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. At 3-4 miles an hour, it comes on.
Okay.
You know?
When I'm in a drive-through, it's nice and loud because it's reflecting off the building.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. So, yeah, let's confirm that, and we'll definitely try to get that feedback for you guys. Now, as we come up here, we'll want to stay in this right lane. Obviously, this is easy because you're following the car in front of you, but
Heck yeah.
what do you think about E-pedal?
It definitely works.
So you're not using the brake at all, right?
No.
Beautiful.
No.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
Nothing.
That was
no
great.
brake. No brake at all. I think what they said is, if you're going faster, the speed in which you release the pedal determines how fast the regen is going to kick in?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. So in other words, if you're doing like 40 miles an hour, you see the light change, you don't want to stop real fast. If you just ease up on it slowly,
right,
the regen will kick in.
It's what I do
slowly.
right now with my 2013.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I get to the end, and if I have to press the brake, I do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But on this will stop it. This is awesome. I can't wait to try it out. I can't wait to have one.
There we go. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, it's. I was hoping we could get another.
So David, you have no problem if I put this on my YouTube channel, right?
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay, great. So I want to share this video.
Now, I'm really excited for you guys to try out ProPilot Assist too. So if you guys like e-pedal this much right now, wait until
it's nice and smooth. It's running great. It feels great.
So you're gonna want to stay right behind that leaf in this lane.
All right, so I'm still. Yeah, see, I'm still not using the brake.
That's awesome.
You know, and the thing of it is I think if you feel like you're slowing down too quick, you can like touch the accelerator just a little bit, and it'll slow the regen down. That is kind of a trick. It's kind of a trick.
So no brake, right?
So now the big question is, you know, I am a anti-friction brake person. So when it's doing that, what percentage of friction brake is kicking in? Because I know they mentioned that friction brake will also help to stop it. You know,
right.
You know, and so I need to know how you know, right, how strong is it? Because if it's a lot of friction brake, I'm going to be kind of tending to be kind of leery.
Yeah,
using it.
Yeah, using it. Yeah, because you don't want to overuse your brakes more than you really should.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna lie to you. My 2016 Leaf, if you were to quantify the amount of brake usage as far as a regular gas car, it would be less than probably 40-50 miles. And I got 21,000 miles on my car because, like I say, I will frequently never touch the brakes, and I've actually done it to where I've driven like 8 miles through town, city lights, you know, traffic lights every 3-4 blocks without touching a brake.
Oh, yeah.
Just from going from, you know, B mode sometimes to neutral, you know, if I needed to coast a ways and I don't want to lose a lot of speed. But I mean, just using all those kind of options instead, you know.
Yep, I hear you.
And never touch the brakes at all. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up behind me and says, "Your brake lights don't work. Your brake lights don't work."
They work fine.
They work fine if I hit the brake pedal.
That's right.
Oh, that's
this is electric car. It's different than your car.
That's another question. You know, when you're in this mode, are we getting any kind of brake light action when we do this? Okay, good, because that's huge. You know,
well,
that's huge.
Yeah. No, when you're in
I don't roll the window up, so I don't know how much wind you guys want. So I'm assuming probably not nearly as much as I think you do.
Well, I'm a wind guy. You know, I always have them all open.
I don't like my hair getting messed up.
And my sunroof open too. I have a 13 with a sunroof.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
This is, Sal, I don't know how well you can tell, but this car is
smooth.
So, I mean, it's like, it rides like a luxury car. That's serious, man. You know,
I feel it back here.
It could be they pre-planned this route picking the smoothest, nicest, newest streets in all of Vegas, right? That's a possibility, but I mean, this just, you know, this is so smooth. I gotta like drive it through like around SeaTac and, you know, South Center area where it's nothing but ruts.
In Dumbo, in Dumbo in Brooklyn, where they still have the cobblestones on the streets. Oh my God, that's crazy.
I'm gonna see if I'm losing my other Leaf, so I'm going to kind of catch up to them a little bit.
Yeah, they're racing.
Yeah, they're off to the races, but yeah, you're doing good. So as we get closer to the 215 up here, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown of the ProPilot Assist system on how you kind of initiate it. So if you're familiar with our Nissan Intelligent Cruise Control type system, this is very, very similar to it, and you engage it almost the same way.
The only Nissan I have is the Leaf. Well, I had a Datsun pickup truck about 100 years ago.
Oh wow!
My grandfather.
Right,
not quite the same technology.
Not quite. Not quite. So first things first, as we're approaching, so you'll notice a blue button on the steering wheel that's probably new. So that blue button right there is our ProPilot Assist button. So initiating that will actually bring up, if you want to if you actually want to change your screens. So currently right now, go ahead and, yeah, that screen right there. So this screen right here will give you the play-by-play rundown of what the ProPilot Assist system is actually doing for you.
Okay.
So if you want to hit that blue button for me again, you'll notice that you start to see a couple things come up, and then we're going to exit right here to the right. So, and then when we get up here, we'll stay left. So we're going to follow towards the airport. Okay. Perfect. So when we get up here, all you'll do is hit the set button on the bottom there. So actually you just initiated it. So you'll notice that there's some green lines there and the green steering wheel in the top left hand corner. And what that's doing is telling you that the system sees the lines on the road, basically giving you the indication that it knows that what, actually can we just hop over in this left lane right here? Perfect. So let's just hang out here for a second. So what that's doing is giving you an indication that the car sees what you see. So before we take our hands off, we have to make sure that we hear the green lights are all back on. So once they do come back on, as you see now, the steering wheel up in the top left-hand corner in the green is indicating that you should be getting some feedback in the wheel. So if you feel a little bit, look at that, see? Yep. So that's the system doing it. So now you're getting your first warning. So what we want to do is, you guys as the customer, we want to make sure that you guys understand that this is first and foremost a driver assistance feature, not an autonomous drive feature. So really that's why we're giving you that maybe 5 to 10 second time of hands-off ability, just in case you needed to grab something or whatever, and you're not going to have that warning come at you all the time. But we do want you to... All right. Well, do me a quick favor and speed up a little bit. So if you'll see the button right there, yeah, increase that speed to about 65. There you go. Yep, and then if you want to make your way over 3 lanes to the left.
3 lanes to the left?
3 lanes to the left, whenever it's safe to do so. So you notice when you changed your lane, and the ICC system will kick in. So you see.
That's right, because the miles per hour, you actually, David, you set it to 85.
Oh yeah, you did set it to 85.
Wow. Okay.
So it saw that BMW up there and it started slowing down quick.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So that's
yeah, but that's exactly what I wanted to do. So that was a perfect demonstration.
That was a perfect demonstration because he was.
Because I did not touch the brakes.
No,
right, it did it itself. That's awesome.
Yep. Go 2 more lanes over for me if you can.
Okay. That is awesome, man. That is totally cool. That's a perfect demonstration.
Yeah, it was.
That was perfect.
So you'll notice as you're back into this lane.
No green bars.
Not yet. Now it's come back on. So now, yeah.
So it saw the lines then, and it figured out where they were.
Exactly. So now it's going to do its best to keep you centered in the lane.
If you just kind of like hold the steering wheel, but don't control it, you can feel the wheel being turned back and forth.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can feel it making adjustments and stuff.
So the cool thing is that, you know, this is perfect for these long kind of highway drives. If you're like out on long interstates or you're stuck in traffic, these are the kind of scenes that this technology really comes into play. Because you can kind of reduce the amount of, you know, steering that you're having to input. You can let the car kind of help you out and assist you, so you won't have all that fatigue that you're kind of normally used to on those really long drives. And then if we were to experience traffic, this is also killer because it helps you just, I mean, really all you have to do is just put your hand on the wheel and it'll get you through your traffic situation without you having to worry about slamming on the brakes or having you have to worry about, you know, getting through all that traffic. This will do it for you.
Well, you know, what I was talking to Nicole about this morning is I can get out on the open road at 70 miles an hour and drive for 3 or 4 hours and I'm okay. But my typical drive home is 30 miles at anywhere from 10 to 50 miles an hour because of traffic. It's constant speed up, slow down. 45 minutes of that and I feel like I want to take a nap because, you know, and the reason why is when you're driving 70, it's like you're always constantly paying attention to the road, but at the same time your full concentration is a second then go to this and then another second then go to that. And the reason why is because in the open road, you know, you've got 10, 15, 20 seconds before anything's going to happen because there's nobody, you know, within a half a mile of you, right?
Exactly.
But when they're driving through town, when in heavy traffic, 1 second of inattention is enough to get into an accident.
Oh,
so now, instead of 1 second of attention, then kind of wander off to other things. It's constant attention where you can only do maybe a half a second or a quarter of a second away from that attention, and that constant attention wears me out.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and people don't understand that until, I mean, drive it every day for anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours a day.
Yep.
Because that's how long I fight traffic every day. Try that, you know, and you got to realize how tiring it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
for me to drive from Olympia to Spokane, because it's all open road and minimal traffic, that's not a problem. It's a 5-hour drive, but I can do that easier than I can drive from Seattle to Olympia.
Right.
You know, 60 miles.
Yep.
You know, because it's the amount of attention that has to be paid to the road. And with the adaptive cruise control, I'm not going to say, hey, I can, you know, take a nap, but at the same time, I can actually, you know, focus something else, you know, for like 3-4 seconds or 5 seconds here,
Exactly.
that kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know, and that's huge. That's huge.
So yep, we'll get off right here on exit 7.
Okay.
it feels great to ride. It feels a lot more sturdier, right?
So do me a favor and hit the cancel button.
Cancel.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Yeah, you're good. And stay in this lane right here. This
Left lane?
Yeah,
Okay.
this lane right here in the center. Yeah, so to your point, it does feel really smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, a gasser on the side of the road. What else is new?
Well, you had a flat.
Yeah, he had a flat.
You had a flat, so.
Dang, calling him out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When I was coming home from that eclipse, I can't believe how many cars were sitting on the side of the road overheating.
Really? Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, the electric's not going to overheat on the side of the road.
So
Definitely
we're gonna
not.
go all the way to the left lane here, and we'll take a left at this stoplight.
Yeah. There was a lot of cars just sitting on the side of the road overheating. I mean, I go by, this one guy is dumping a 2-liter bottle of Gatorade.
Oh my God.
That's a horrible idea.
Dude.
It's a horrible idea.
I mean, well, I mean, it's good for a stopgap measure, and as long as you flush it out real good, it's going to be okay because it doesn't actually touch anything.
Right.
But the only problem with it is if he goes dry again, all that sugar that gets gummed up there will be torture.
Yeah.
But
Maybe he made it home. And the next day, he's calling his mechanic.
To be honest with you, where he was at, he was literally only 2-3 miles from the freeway, and there's a gas station right there. But it was taking us probably 45 minutes to drive a mile, and I'm not kidding you, because it was bad, you know, because you'd have the freeway, and you'd have like the entrance to the freeway would be fed from like 3 different directions, and all 3 directions were packed. So what happens is the light would change, and you'd have one car from each direction would go, you know, and it didn't matter that they had a red light, they would still all go and right. So what happened was every light change, we were only moving maybe 30 or 40 feet. You know, because the other 2 directions were all going in at the same time, right? So, because they were all just taking turns, right? And it was like, I mean, it was really slow. Apparently, we're changing lanes here.
Yeah, we're just going to stay straight here. So, real quick, as we come up to this roundabout, you'll take the 3rd exit out of it.
Okay.
And then we're going to just pull over where that black sign is right there.
Okay.
And then we'll do a driver swap.
Cool. You give me a chance to take pictures.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, there's another leaf.
Hey, check it out.
And it's a new leaf.
It's almost like this is like the plan.
There you
go. You notice how, you know, when I stop, it's kind of like you always have
jerky.
that little jerk at the
It's jerky. Yeah.
All right. So do we have to actually?
Yeah, you're parked.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you're